powerful new AI model just showed up on a major routing platform, promising frontier-level performance for free, even though nobody really knows who built it. Look at this listing from OpenRouter. 3 specs made this model go viral almost immediately. A huge 1 million token context window, a design built for complex agent workflows, and a listed price of exactly $0 per million input and output tokens. But there's a catch. This model skipped the usual tech launch cycle. That means there's no official source confirming where it came from, who made it, or what privacy trade-offs users are accepting. A normal AI model can only keep track of a limited amount of information at once, but Owl Alpha's 1 million token context window works more like a massive digital workspace, holding roughly 750,000 words. That means you can analyze hundreds of PDFs, follow an entire code base, or keep long projects moving without constantly restarting the conversation. And because Owl Alpha is free, the usual cost limits disappear. In this free model ranking, users have already pushed tens of billions of tokens through it. Daily numbers show nearly 10 billion prompt tokens processed in a single day, as developers test big workflows without paying anything. That combination of huge memory and zero cost is what made Owl Alpha take off so quickly. But it also makes the biggest question even more important: who actually created it? If you look at the model's provider page on OpenRouter, it is simply labeled Stealth. There's no public statement, no verified model card, and no technical report explaining how the model was built. This timeline shows why that label matters. OpenRouter has used stealth releases before, like Quasar Alpha and Cypher Alpha, to let the community test unreleased models and give feedback before an official launch. Without official documentation, users are trying to figure out Owl Alpha's origin through stress testing and behavior. Some people have noticed strict refusal patterns on sensitive questions. The leading theory is that it may be an unreleased model from a Chinese AI lab, possibly connected to a new GLM model or Meitan, but no one has confirmed the exact lab behind it. Still, this release pattern makes it look more like a planned beta test from a serious developer, not just some random experiment. But claiming big capabilities and delivering them reliably are two very different things. This documentation shows that using Owl Alpha with advanced tools like Claude Code can require manual setup changes, because those tools are mainly designed for first-party models. Early user feedback shows the same growing pains you'd expect from an unannounced model. In these community comments, there's a clear split. Some users are running into constant routing errors, while others say it works well most of the time. A lot seems to depend on their setup, especially their proxy configuration. So Owl Alpha has the potential to run advanced agent workflows, but its real-world reliability still needs a lot more testing before it can be trusted like a proven frontier model. And that brings us to the hidden cost. Right on the model's listing page, there is a clear warning that prompts and completions may be logged by the provider and used to improve the model. Compare that to the standard platform rules shown on the right, which usually protect user data unless you choose to opt in. For Owl Alpha, data logging is the exception. The real-world impact is simple. If you are using this for business, do not put private code, client files, or internal strategy into this model. It is a public testing ground, not a secure private workspace. This shows a very different way of launching AI. As shown in the Stealth Platform Launch column, routing platforms let model creators skip the normal press releases and official benchmark claims. Instead, they can turn an anonymous model release into a viral community testing event. In the end, free access is not really free. In this case, zero cost appears to come with a trade-off. Your usage may help improve the model. That makes these public stealth releases on OpenRouter feel like live training grounds before an official launch. This trade-off looks different depending on the user. Developers get a free sandbox for testing agents. Creators get a giant memory bank for working with huge scripts or research docs. Power users get a free place to experiment with complex automations. But to keep the hype grounded, look at this breakdown. The confirmed facts are still impressive. A 1 million token context window, zero cost, and a design aimed at agentic workflows. But the unknowns are just as important. Nobody knows who built it, and there is still no clear benchmark data proving how it stacks up against top models. So here's the final verdict on Owl Alpha. It is powerful, useful, and genuinely exciting for experimental workflows, but the lack of attribution and the data privacy warning mean it is not ready for secure enterprise use. Test it, build with it, experiment with it, but do not trust it with your secrets. Owl Alpha is a powerful free sandbox, and it shows just how much influence stealth routing platforms now have. Just remember, treat it like a public experiment, not a private vault.